My name is Marjorie Wixom, and I'm doing my self-introduction speech. And I'm sure everybody's had one of those days that it's supposed to be just perfect, and you have everything thought out, how it's supposed to be, and it ends up not going the way you thought it was supposed to, and just kind of ruins your day. And, well, that's what happened to me the day that my daughter was born. These are her first set of casts. She was a little over 24 hours old when they put them on her. And that's what I'd like to talk to you about today, is how amazing it is having your first child and realizing that life isn't always as perfect as you think it's going to be. And even though you go through what you go through, amazing things can happen because of whatever went wrong. So first I want to talk to you about the day that she was born. And the first time I looked at her, I couldn't stop thinking to myself, oh my God, she's so beautiful and she's so perfect, and this day hasn't been, it couldn't get any better. It hasn't been any less than I expected, and it was just a perfect day. And she was perfect, and I guess holding your child for the first time, there's nothing like it. It takes your breath away. You sit there and stare at them, and you can't believe how beautiful they are, and all the imperfections that other people see, you don't see them because it's your own child. So I guess what comes next is the fact that life isn't always perfect. And how we found that out is my husband's friend came in to visit to see the baby, and we were talking to him, and he went out to the nursery, and my husband went with him, and I heard him say to my husband, oh my God, what is wrong with your baby's feet? And I could hear my husband talking to him, and not even 2 seconds after that all happened, our doctor came in and informed me that my daughter was born with bilateral club foot. And he started talking to me about the treatment and what was going to happen, and everything that went along with it, and told me that the doctor would be in the next morning, the podiatrist would be in the next morning to put casts on her. And I was in such a shock, I guess, because I didn't notice it, and it kind of upset me, which is really stupid, but it upset me that I couldn't get my daughter her first pair of shoes right away. And it seems silly now, but then it was horrifying to me, because I didn't understand how this could go wrong like this, and how this day that was supposed to be so perfect turned out the way it did. But if it hadn't turned out the way it did, I wouldn't have been able to meet the amazing people that I got to meet at the University of Iowa. I got to meet Dr. Ponsetti, who invented the treatment for clubfoot. And if my daughter wasn't born the way she was, she wouldn't be who she is now. So the imperfections of a person is what makes them who they are. And she's an amazing little girl. She was really advanced for her age. She started talking at 9 months, and that's only because when she was little bitty, she was in so much pain that she didn't sleep. She could go almost 48 hours without sleep because of having those casts put on, and the pain she was in, she'd just stay awake crying and crying. And eventually, I think she just got used to the pain and started exploring and doing her own little thing, and now she's 6 years old, and she's a pain. But that's who she is, and she's who she is because of everything that's ever happened to her. And then, so I guess all I want to say is I hope that if something happens to you that isn't supposed well, it's supposed to be perfect, and it doesn't end up being the way you wanted it to be, that you realize that sometimes some really awesome things can come about because of it. My daughter's who she is because of what happened to her, and the experiences that we had made us who we are as parents because of everything that happened when she was born. It was huge in our lives going through what we did. There's no explaining it. It was kind of devastating, but at the same time, now looking back, it was one of the best things that could have ever happened to us, which sounds really weird, but I'd like to show you her last set of casts. These are from last January, before she had her surgery. She was 5 years old when she had these. So, big size difference. Go from these little bitty things to these. So, and we're saying that these are her last ones. These are her last ones. Thank you.